Alright, hey guys, welcome to a new Steam game bundle video. Today, the new Humble Choice for November was released. All the games here are what you get in the Humble Choice for November. But more importantly, there was a new Fanatical bundle, which I think is a little bit more enjoyable than the Humble Choice. This one's just $5 and you get 9 games, which are shown here. So instead of spending 15, 20, however much you spend on the Humble Choice, you get all these games for just $5. Also, I always mention the Epic Game Store. I love the amazing games that they give away for free. So even though I don't really support Epic Games, you can get Dungeons 3 for free on the Epic Game Store, and it's actually a super good real-time strategy game. I haven't played the third one, but I played through the entire second game, including the DLC. Absolutely loved every moment of it. Very story-driven, like single-player RTS. So let's go ahead and go over the killer bundle for first. I'm not going to go over all the games, just the ones I think are worthwhile. So first up, we have the Peaky Blinders Mastermind. The Peaky Blinders is actually a fantastic TV show that you can find on Netflix. I absolutely loved watching through the entire series. The game came out a few months ago, so it's rather new. And it's a bit of a unique sort of stealth strategy game where you complete a variety of different puzzles. Very interesting. And it's nice to see this one in this bundle. Next up, we have Close to the Sun. This used to be an Epic exclusive, I believe, when it first came out. But this is a interesting horror adventure game. I personally thought the story was good. The atmosphere is pretty nice. And it somewhat has like a BioShock vibe to it. Definitely worth a try. Then we have Project Cars Game of the Year Edition. This is normally priced at $40, so about $20 worth of DLC. I personally really like Project Cars. It's a racing sim with a large variety of cars, beautiful environments, and tracks. Overall, just a very solid game. Additionally, if you have a VR headset, I highly recommend trying it out with Project Cars. And then the final game I wanted to mention was Autonauts. This was bundled, I think, last month in the Humble Choice, but this is a very addictive crafting automation game with a whole lot of charm. It's simple, but it gets incredibly complex the more you play. It's very creative and very fun. So that's all I'll mention for the Killer Bundle 14. Again, it's $5 for 9 games, and there's also some classics thrown in, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, and then Locomotion. Those are very old games, but super addictive. So definitely worthwhile for just $5. So let's go back to the Humble Choice. I always go over all the games for the Humble Choice. So let's start out with Darksiders 3. This is normally priced at $60, which is kind of crazy considering I see used copies for like the PS4 for just $5. So I really don't know why it's still priced at $60 on Steam, but this is a game that you'll either love or hate. First of all, it's a hack and slash action game that is a bit similar to Dark Souls. It's very challenging, and you go from boss to boss in a rather large world. If you like difficult action games, Darksiders 3 is great. Just keep in mind this is nothing like Darksiders 2, so don't expect a good story. Next, I'm very glad to see Yakuza Kiwami 2 be included in this month's choice. This is a story-driven Japanese action beat-em-up series. It's incredibly enjoyable. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. If you've never played a Yakuza game before, you can definitely start with this one. Really, really fun game. Then we have Imperator Rome Deluxe Edition, which is normally priced at $55. This is a grand strategy game set place during the Roman era. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of grand strategy games, and this one does have mixed reviews, but I know many people love strategy games like these where you can sink dozens of hours into. And then we have Crying Suns. This is a tactical roguelike game that has you take on the role of a space fleet commander. It has a good story, and there's a lot of strategy involved, so it's certainly worth checking out, especially if you like strategy games. Next up, we have Darksburg. This is a co-op roguelike action game. This one reminds me a little bit of Torchlight. It's visually charming, but there's not a whole lot of depth to it. If you can get a few friends to play with, then I'd definitely recommend trying it out, but it's not really worth playing alone. Then we have Little Misfortune. This is a cute point-and-click adventure game. I tend to avoid point-and-click adventures just because there's not a whole lot of gameplay besides the puzzles, but this one just seems so adorable, so I may give this one a shot. And then there's a game called Smile for Me. I've never heard of this game before, but looking on the Steam store page, it somehow has 99% positive reviews. So there's something good going on here. To be honest, the game is incredibly weird. The puzzles and characters are so strange, but it's such an interesting like concept, and it's so unique. I can kind of see why so many people enjoy that one. So that's kind of a one that I'm curious to play over the next few days. But yeah, 99% positive, pretty crazy. And then there's Darkwood, which is a top-down survival horror game. In this one, you explore and you scavenge for supplies, and then you sort of hide in your hideout while there's many creatures that lurk around and try to kill you. I'd recommend playing this one. It's a very good experience if you like horror games. Then there's a game, this one's kind of hard to pronounce. I think it's pronounced like Siok or I can't pronounce it. It's another point and click adventure game with hand animated graphics. It's very nostalgic looking in terms of the visual style, and it has a wonderful story. But again, I'll likely skip this one just because, again, I'm not the biggest fan of point and click adventures. Then there's Rover Mechanic Simulator. This is an early access simulator where you build high-tech lunar rovers of different types and varieties. This certainly isn't a game for everyone, but it is great for those of you who are interested and like building things. Next we have Europa, which is honestly one of my favorites in this bundle. It has 97% positive reviews. It's an incredibly unique and honestly beautiful puzzle platformer that is completely mind-bending in terms of level design. Personally, it's the best game or one of the best games in this bundle, and it's one of my favorite puzzle games as well. So I certainly recommend it, especially if you like more unique 3D puzzle games. And then finally, there's a game called Townsmen: A Kingdom Rebuilt. This is a colony sim that you can certainly sink a ton of hours into if you have some patience. It reminds me of older games I used to play when I was younger, and overall, I think it's a pretty decent game, so you might want to check that one out as well. So that's about it for this month's Humble Choice for November. I am curious what you guys think of the bundle, and if you aren't already subscribed to the Humble Choice, you can use my referral link in the description below, and they'll just give me $10, which is pretty incredible. You guys can add me on Discord or something, and maybe I'll throw you a few free games for doing that. So I highly appreciate any of you guys who have supported my channel through any of my referral links. I'll have one for the Killer Bundle as well. I think I get like 20 cents, but really doesn't matter. These are just my own personal thoughts, and obviously not every single game is great, but the ones I do mention usually have a lot of value to them and are usually really good games. This one's Humble Choice. Like personally, I thought it was fairly decent. I already own Darksiders 3, but I would say the best games, in my opinion, Darksiders 3, Yakuza, Europa, and I would say that's about it, unless Smile for Me is good. I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, Imperator is a really expensive game as well, but it does have mixed reviews. So that's it for this video, and I'll make some more on some new bundles if there's any more that come out for this month. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.